Hello.
Good morning to you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. This is a little different for us. They don't know this, but you and I know it.
New day, same time.
Same bat channel.
Different day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are playing on Saturday today, just for accommodating schedules. So it is still a pleasure to be with you this weekend, sir. We have moved on to a new scenario, the last of the regular scenarios. Can you believe that? We are here already. Scenario 6, this is the battle for Washington, and continuing with the trend that we did last time with the Baltimore raid, this is the second of two ahistorical or alternate history scenarios that Joe Balkowski put in there originally. I'm not satisfied with simply just giving you the setup to Maryland campaign and Antietam. He threw in some other what-if scenarios, and we're going to explore the second one today. So strap in, folks, because this one is going to be interesting. I'm going to be playing the Union forces today, and Roger will be playing the Confederates for this first playthrough. I've got some historical notes here. I will, as I do each and every time, I will read the textual background of this, and then we'll go through the scenario notes. But we'll do that momentarily. First of all, how are you doing? What do you think of the scenario from your initial overview of it?
I always have problems with the historical ones because I always don't have that perspective of what actually happened. So that's kind of got me a little discombobulated. Also, just trying to figure out what to do because I don't have that baseline. So it's very interesting. I think just looking at it, since we are playing a little early, normally my study is Saturday evening. So today it was Saturday morning, and I'm not real sure how this is going to go. I would have preferred for you to play the Confederates first and see how you do it because I don't know. I have a plan. It's not a good plan. I will say that.
You got about 12% of a plan, and that is good.
Yeah, it's exactly. It might go. My first die roll may go. Okay, well, so much
That's
for that.
true.
Let's do something else.
Yeah. So much depends on that first opening die roll. I'm actually quite happy to be playing the Union on this first one because I have played the scenario before. I don't know that. I'm sure that they probably tweaked it between the original release in '93 and this one with the re-release of Roads to Gettysburg 2. I'll have to go back. I didn't pull my notes. Of course, I am bereft of my research materials, so apologies right up front. But yes, I'm sure that they probably went through and tweaked this for balance just a hair. I'm not sure how much they could do because there's not a lot of historical information to attempt to tweak it. But we're going to see here in the setup. Let me read that without any further ado. In the Battle of Second Manassas in late 1862. John Pope's Army of Virginia suffered a severe defeat at the hands of the rebels, but his army managed to escape in reasonable order towards the Washington defenses. This scenario simulates what might have happened had Pope's army been completely crushed at Second Manassas. The scenario assumes that Lee would have still moved into Maryland to avoid attacking the fortifications around Washington on the south side of the Potomac. Due to the fact that the Army of the Potomac would have been far too weak to confront Lee aggressively in western Maryland, the scenario postulates that the rebels would not have been content to rest in Frederick County, hoping that Maryland would join the Confederacy, but would have taken the offensive into Montgomery County to isolate the federal capital or attack it directly. This scenario assumes that Generals Pope and McClellan would have both been relieved of command by President Lincoln following Second Manassas, and that Major General Ambrose Burnside would have been placed in command of the Army of the Potomac. So here we have sort of the early version of Burnside takes command. He of the Great Sideburns will be leading the foray out of the city today. So yeah, we have a bit going on with this one. On paper, it's kind of straightforward. This is just a setup slugfest. They have put the Confederate forces up here to the northwest, and all they have to do, and I say all in quotation there, is get toward or into the city and get some valuable victory point locations. So let's talk about this. We are using only the east map on this one. This is a 3-turn scenario. It is September 12th. to the 14th. So just those 3 turns early before what would have been the Battle of Antietam out farther west. Our special rules on this one, there's only 5. So there's not a lot to that. On turn 1, the Confederate Roger will get the first automatic initiative, and then we will roll as per normal. I can't activate Humphrey and Whipple. They are down here in the city or on the edge of the district, and they have markers saying that they can't move at all during turn 1. And no units may entrench, so when we do our recovery, we will use the rain recover tool for this. No units can enter Baltimore County, so they can come as far east as Anne Arundel and Howard, but they can't cross over into Baltimore County there. So that is off limits, and you can see there's a black border there to prevent anybody from doing these massive sweeps and flanks over into that. There are Union forts, and I'll circle back around to talk about the Union fort rules, which we have dealt with already with Harper's Ferry and other scenarios, so there's no surprises on that. I have control of all of the indicated circles there on there. I'll talk about the points in those momentarily. And this one has an automatic victory potential for Roger. So we see right here on the map, we have the U.S. Capitol at 1140. And if Roger can get an infantry unit undemoralized, that's the key, so there's no beating your way in there and being half dead when you get there, but if you can get an undemoralized infantry unit into the capital, boom, we just quit. That's an instant victory for the Confederates, presuming that they have swept into the city, they've overcome all the defenses. They're going to have words with Mr. Linkett and the legislature there. Otherwise, we have a point value system here based on Roger accumulating points. He can get 50 points. He can get within 2 hexes of the capital. So if he gets inside the city and gets it within 2 hexes of 1140 there, as long as he's got a line of communication off to the western edge of the map there, that cannot go through Union units or Zocs unless there is a friendly Confederate unit there. That's pretty standard. We've seen the line of communication in other games as well. If he destroys a fort, he gets 2 victory points. So any of the ring of forts here around the city, those are worth 2 victory points each. Obviously, he's going to have to do that at 1 or more of them to get through into the city. And then we have these blue circles up here, the Stone Tavern. We've got Grace Church, Burnt Mills, and Bladensburg. And for those of you who are playing this, we're going to let Alberto know he had mistakenly set up this one with Burnt Mills here as the objective location, but it's actually Bladensburg per the printed materials. So these 4 right here are each worth 3 victory points to Roger if he just have to touch it. It's an extra bonus of 8 victory points if he can control all at the end. So they're 12 right on their face, but then he can get up to 20 points if he controls all 4 of them together. And then each one of these little red railroad depots here, we've got Hyattsville, Beltsville, we saw them during the Baltimore raid. We've got Laurel, and then all the way up to Annapolis Junction. Those are worth either 1 point if they're damaged at the end of the game, or 2 points each if they're destroyed. So if you can actually put a Confederate infantry unit in there of at least size 3 and set torches to it, then he can burn them to the ground and get more victory points. So if you start them as damage and then they become destroyed, you don't get 3 victory points, you just get the max. So they are at a max of 2 points each, and that's 8 potential points. And then we have +1 and -1 for manpower losses between the Union and Confederate. And that's all there is to it. It's like I said, it's just get in there and break through. What I have going for me here is the Union. I've got, of course, Franklin in the 6th Corps. I've got Sumner in the 2nd Corps. And then I've got Mansfield in the 12th, led by Burnside rather than the young Napoleon. And that's all I've got going for me. Like I said, I like playing the Defender. So all I have to do is make sure you don't get the marginal, which for the Confederates in this one is 28 victory points. That's what Roger's got to get to win. And if I can prevent that in any way, shape, or form, then I win. So now, what do we think of this one?
I had to build a spreadsheet.
Of course you did. Good man.
Because there's so many, with so many victory point locations, small victory point locations. And I have to say, when I saw that it wasn't Burnt Mills, it was Blandon. I was looking at the map. I was like, oh, that's okay. Those four are pretty close together. Now, when I was building my spreadsheet, I saw it was Blandonsburg. I was like, now they're not close together. And so that's going to be interesting how to do this. Like I said, this is really tricky. I mean, keep talking about just hammer through, and I'm almost wondering if that's not the thing I should do. Is just go straight at you, hope to win, run, and then recover and come back on day 3 to get in there. Because if there's 4 days, I'd feel comfortable. 3, this is going to be tough, I think, for the Confederates.
Right.
I think I soloed this on the old game, and I think there were some additional victory point locations in the city. I'll have to pull my old book out and see. I mean, we're about equal on manpower, I think. I didn't do the math, but I think we're close.
Yeah. I mean, you do have 2 stout. You've got Jackson, and you've got
I've
Longstreet.
got Jackson, yeah, and I have the Jackson bonus, and I have the Lee bonus on attacking.
Yep.
Which I believe I do get on the forts, right? If I assault the fort, I don't get the tactical, but I do
Correct.
Get
yes, that is a great time to come back to the Union forts. So on this one, all the Union printed forts on the map have an intrinsic. So that means if they're unoccupied and just attacked by the Confederates, they have a 2 manpower intrinsic and a 1 artillery. So they're a 2-1 if they're just attacked. However, if I've got units in there, that is added on top of the manpower and artillery that those units would have. In order to destroy the fort, he has to get at least an R. So any R or little r or big R will destroy the fort, will mark it destroyed, and then it's treated like a Union readout for the rest of the game. If I have units in there intrinsically, those units also are considered to be in a readout, so they get the 1.5 on top of whatever their printed values are. But they can still entrench normally and get up to breastworks and fort all the way up, which is slightly different.
Rats.
so what do I do? Dig in, boys! Right?
Yeah. Okay. But there's a lot of forts. Yeah, this is going to be fun, I think. Yeah, we'll see. If I roll a bunch of 1s for movement, it's going to be like, well, so much for this.
You sound like you're trying to sell it to yourself. This is going to be great. It's going to work. I'm excited.
Is. I mean, they're always fun.
Yeah.
I guess keep changing my mind as to what I'm going to do.
That's right.
Which isn't good minutes before you start the campaign to say, hey, yeah.
I think we're ready to get underway. What do you say?
Yeah, I do. Let me ask a quick question. Sure. Are we going to, last week we did the double dice for it. You want to keep doing that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Double dice for
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, I saw another one of the wonderful debates online this week about the Vassal die roller, and we know that it's good. It just hurts because we take it very personally. But I still like the tension of doing it for combat, just one at a time. So,
okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and we'll just keep doing the initiative that way. Okay. All right. Well, you get the first free initiative, so let me wish you good luck here. I'm going to zoom in now. I don't have to get everything in one scene here, so off you go.
Good luck to you. So I get the first unit. So we are going to Longstreet is going to activate Anderson, Jones, Evans, McClaws, Walker, and Hood.
So what you're saying is you're going to move everybody on a single die roll right out of the gate.
Yeah. Well, everybody, but I'm leaving Hill.
Okay.
Oh, I want to do some leader.
Absolutely. Do leader transfers.
If you have leader transfers first.
I think I'm going to leave everybody as printed. So go ahead.
Okay. Jackson to J.R. Jones, and Longstreet and Lee are going to go to McClaws. Hex. And as I said, they're going to activate. Yeah, we're going to activate everybody here. See if I can roll one to start.
Well, there you go. You've now just invoked it. So the gods have no pity.
Plus 2.
Okay, that's pretty
6. That's okay. So we'll start with Evans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Anderson will go on top of him. Jones will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. McClaws, and I should have announced that Longstreet and Lee are going to stay with McClaws. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walker. 2, 3, 4, 5. And finally Hood. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Initiative, and that's Union left, Confederate right. A tie is mine.
It is.
So we'll take that same group to fatigue 2. Here's their movement. 7. Okay. Evans will go first. Longstreet and Lee will stay with McClaws. Evans 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anderson goes on top of him. Jones follows along behind. Claus follows along behind. Walker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Hood can go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 to there. He has to stop. Initiative. Union.
I will activate French. They will move with a single die roll. They get a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. Yours.
Jackson will activate DH Hill by himself. Here's his movement 1 die plus 2. He can go 7 hexes. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Initiative. Union.
Okay. Sumner will activate Sedgwick. And here's his movement. +1. 4. He will transfer to Sedgwick. Go 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. Yours.
Take DH Hill to fatigue 2. 1 die plus 1. You can go 3 hexes. It's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. Union.
Franklin will activate Couch. Here's his movement. +1. 4. He'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Initiative. Yours.
Jackson will activate all 3 of his divisions there. Die plus 2. Then go 7. Jackson will transfer to AP Hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. J.R. Jones. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Lawton. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 to there. Initiative. Mine. Jackson will take DH Hill to T3. Here's his movement. 1 die plus 2. 3. Here's his extend march. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. Yours.
Activate the first mass. Here's their movement. 5. We'll just go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to Rockville. Initiative. Mine again. Franklin will activate Slocum. Yeah, he'll just activate Slocum. Here's a movement +1. 7. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Initiative. Yours.
We'll take all of Longstreet's Corps to fatigue 3, so bunches of extended marches here. Here's their movement. 1 die +2. And go 5. Anderson is going to go first. Here's his extend march. And Lee and Longstreet, they're going to transfer to DR Jones. So let me do that first. Here's Anderson's extend march. He's okay. He has 5 movement points. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1 movement point remaining. What would the first Rhode Island like to do?
I think they will bug out of there. So they are a small force, so -2 to this roll, but we have the creek, so we get 1 back,
Yep.
so it's just a -1 to this roll. Here's their retreat, and they're gone. You got a victory point.
Wow. Cheap. That's a cheap one.
They just fell apart.
And he will advance into Beltsville. Here's Evans' extend march. He flips 5 movement points. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Here's DR Jones's extend march. He's okay. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Claus's extend march. He's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walker's extend march. He disorganizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finally, Hood. He's okay. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative. Confederate. Jackson's 3 divisions. T2. 8. That's nice. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Latin will go. Initiative. Union.
Let's take Slocum to 2. Here is his movement. 2. 1, 2 to there. Initiative. Yours.
We'll take Stewart. We'll take Hampton and F. Lead of T1. 2 die +3. Ooh. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to there. Hampton will go 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to there. Initiative. Union.
Sumner will activate Richardson. Here's his movement +1. 5. He will transfer to Richardson. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Initiative. Yours.
Take Evans to T4. He's just going to put up a flanks refuse. So here's his extend march. He's okay. Initiative. Double ones. Mine. I'm going to take Hampton, activated by Stewart, to T2. Here's his movement. 9 plus 3 is 12. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 to there. Initiative. Union.
Take the 109 New York. And here's their movement. 1. Would either of your cavalry like to retreat?
No. No. They'll stand.
Quake in fear of the mighty 109th. Alright, they will move to their initiative. It's mine again.
They might get away from me.
Let's move them to 2. Here's their movement. Wow, they are getting out of there. Now, would Hampton like to move away?
No.
So they'll go 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. It's mine again. I believe I'm going to take French to fatigue 2. Here's their movement. 3. Just 1, 2 to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Take Stewart to T2. Effley, I'm sorry. T2. He's just going to do a min move to Annapolis Junction. Initiative. Confederate. We'll take them to fatigue 4, DH Hill. Just movement 1 die plus 1. 7. Extend march plus 1. It's okay. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Initiative. Union.
I'll take Smith to fatigue level 1 with Franklin. Here's the movement, plus 1. 2. Looks like they're going 1, 2. Initiative. Mine again. I believe we will bring out the 12th. So Mansfield will activate them. Here's their movement. Plus 1. 6. Send green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And Burnside, Mansfield, and Williams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Initiative. Mine. I'll take green to fatigue 2, activating him with Mansfield. Movement 4. Go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Do I want to move them with? Yes. I will move them there. Alright, initiative. Yours.
Take 1 for fatigue 1. 2 dice plus 1. 6 X's. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, and stop there. Initiative. Confederate. Take 1 for fatigue 2. 2 dice plus 1. 7 is an 8.
It is indeed an 8. Look at that.
Which gives him enough for a prepared attack.
It does.
So it's going to be plus 1 for that. You have any artillery in? I can't see the second guy at all.
It's
okay, so it's a plus 3 final.
Correct.
Okay, here's my attack roll. 4, 7.
Okay, here's my defense. And it's plus 5, so I will lose 1. And because they're obstinate, I will just lose the first mass. And I'll give you a victory point for manpower loss. Hurrah! So they've got to go 4 up to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Okay. The hex is yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's not a bad hex to move into. Knit, yours.
Going to pass.
Anderson will destroy that railroad station.
Okay.
Goes to fatigue 4. Let's see if I can. There we go.
My beautiful Stradivarius.
So that was Beltsville, which is worth
2 points.
2 points.
So I will give you the VP for that, since there's no coming back from that.
Initiative. It's mine. No, I will use FLE to damage the Annapolis Junction Railroad. So that just goes fatigue 3. Go down here and clone this other marker.
I'll go ahead and give you a 1 point for that, and if it changes, we'll bump it up another.
Initiative. Yours.
I believe I will continue to pass.
I think I'm going to pass. I don't think I am going to pass as well.
Okay. We will do a rain recover on this first turn, so there's no entrenching. Everyone is now recovered. And we move on to turn 2 of 3. All right. Well, let's see. Let me do some leader transfers here. I got a couple. I'm going to move Franklin down to Slocum. And I'm going to move Burnside to Franklin. I think Mansfield's good where he is. Sumner is good where he is. So those are my only 2. What would you like to do?
I'll move Lee and Longstreet are going to go to McLaws. And that's going to be it for me, I believe.
Well then, I will do the honor of our first initiative roll here. Not that it matters, because I know how it's going to go. But here we go. Oh my gosh! Thank God for streaks.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me remove the turn 2 markers. I can move Whipple and the other guy, because they are going to turn the tide for me. I got Humphreys, baby.
I don't think you got a tide turn here.
All right, let's move. What do we need to do here? Right now, I'm content to kind of keep you in a box. So, actually, you know what? I played that wrong. I meant to do Franklin and Burnside here in the middle. Duh.
That's fine.
Yeah. So let's activate Smith and Couch there. Smith and Couch. They will go to fatigue level 1. Here's their movement. +1. Ooh, 7. Interesting. I like you. Whenever I get a big roll like that, I was like, "Oh, I didn't plan for that."
Yeah, I got to get like a 2 or 3, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. I've got a chance to do something, but what is it?
It's your GPS recalculating. Yeah, I've got possibilities here, but do I want to exploit them? So I got 7. Couch will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Smith will go 1, 2 to there. What would Munford like to do?
He will cav retreat.
Okay.
So he picks up a fatigue.
He's just a straight roll.
Here's his retreat roll. 6.
So I will lose 3.
Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there.
Okay. So I moved 2. I lost 3. I've got 2 left. So they will just come back to Rock Creek Mill. All right. Initiative. Yours.
Longstreet's going to activate his entire core. So Anderson will need extend march. Evans will need an extend march. So here's their movement. 8. Lee and Longstreet will stay with McLaws. So the first division to move will be Anderson, so he'll need an extend march. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Claws will go 1, 2 to there. Hood will go 1, 2, 3 to there. Walker will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Jones will just do a min move to there. Here's Evans' extend march. He loses a manpower. And he's going to slide over in the flanks refused is deleted. Initiative. Mine. Okay, we piled everybody up.
We got a battle line.
Let's see if Longstreet will attempt a core assault with McClaws against French. Nothing else will give people what they came for. Here's the attempt. It does not come off.
Lee's still having some heart palpitations, so.
Yeah, the hand still hurt.
Yep.
Mine, we'll try that again. Hate burn fatigues. Here's the attempt. Still doesn't come off.
Wow. This is what they came to see.
My ability to roll ones has disappeared. Initiative. Mine again. Damn. Sorry. I'll have to cut that out. Go to fatigue 4 if you want to hear some swearing. Let's see what this die roll turns out to be. There we go.
There you go.
Okay, the core assault comes off. Now we'll try the grand assault with Lee. Nods his head, says
no.
Net. The mates you say Neek. Well, that's just dandy, isn't it? So it's going to be 13 to 10. So the type is a +1. Start with that. The ratio is 0 because it's even. I have 3 guns to your 3, so that's going to be a -1 for artillery. There's no terrain. Flank, I have 5 hexes covered, but 1 hex comes off because you have couch there.
Mm-hmm.
So the final flank is a +1.
That's right.
So what I see is 2 up and 1 down for a final of a +1. Oh, I have the Lee bonus.
You do get the Lee bonus.
Lee bonus of a +1. So that makes it 3 up and 1 down for a final of a +2.
+2. French's big stand.
Yeah. Or here's my attack roll. It's a 6.
It's a 6. All right. Here's French's defense. It's also, so you get a +2.
+2.
All right. +2 on 14 or 13. 1 DA, 1 DR. Okay. So,
yep, we even it out.
So let's move those manpower losses up each.
Oh, he's already fatigued.
I will take that, of course. 1, 2, 3. Flip. Loses a manpower. He has to go here first.
Yep.
And then he will go there.
We will take the hex. That was unfortunate. Almost. Okay, so we both got a manpower loss. Knit. Mine. We'll activate Jackson's 3 divisions. Here's their movement. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Initiative. Mine again. Take those same 3. T2. Their movement. 3. I think I'm gonna. I believe I'm gonna force march AP Hill. So their movement, base movement is 3. Jackson will stay with Hill. Here's his force march roll. So he gets an additional 3. So he can go 6. He flips to disorganization, and he loses a manpower. He can go. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. J.R. Jones is going to force march, so he's going to flip. And how far he goes, how many manpower he loses. Okay, he can go 2 and he loses a manpower. So he can go 5 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Lawton, he's also going to force march. Far he gets to go in addition. He was a 7, so he does lose 2 manpower. He can go 8 hexes. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Initiative, mine. In for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. Jackson will activate all 3 of his units. Take 3. Here's their movement. 1 die plus 2. 4. Come on, Jackson. 1, 2, 3. 4 to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative. Mine again.
And they all did extended marches.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry.
That's
yeah.
okay.
AP Hill, extend march. He's okay. Lawton. He's okay because he's not exhausted. GR Jones. He's okay. So they all passed. Not that it really matters at this point. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can destroy Fort Saratoga. So Jackson's going to attempt an assault. AP Hill. Here's the attempt. It does come off. So this is 6 to 2.
Just a ratio and an assault, I think.
Plus 2, plus 3. Yeah, it's plus 3. No artillery, no terrain, and no tactical. Just the ratio and... Oh, do I get the Jackson bonus?
Yes. Yes, you do, as we established. So, yeah.
Okay, so that's plus 4 then. So this will be a plus 4 assault on Fort Saratoga. Here's my attack roll. There we go.
The cannon are all aimed at the plane. Let's see how they do. So you got a 5 right now, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Defense. Oh, -1.
Oh. Oh. I don't even want to look this up.
It's 1D for you.
Okay. I'm already disorganized, so I just lose the manpower.
He does not lack for bravado. I will give him that.
I thought it was worth the shot.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Unit. Yours.
Okay.
Here come the reinforcements.
Well, maybe. Summoner will activate Richardson and Sedgwick to fatigue level 1. Here's their movement. +1. 2. Alright. So they'll go there. Go 1, 2 to there. Initiative. Summoner will activate Sedgwick to 2. Here's his movement. +1. 5. He will transfer to Sedgwick. They will go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Alright, initiative. It's mine again. Alright, let's see if we can't squash this. Sedgwick will go to 3. Summoner will attempt an assault on the Evans et al. Stack. Here is their attempt. Oh!
Lots of 6s on assaults today.
Wait a minute.
Is that the 3rd one or 4th one?
I thought this was ahistorical. This is a... All right. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Okay. Longstreet's going to activate, I guess, that entire stack there. Yeah, I need to back them out of that hole. So Anderson's going to go to fatigue 3. He'll need an extend march, obviously. And that big stack is going to all pick up a fatigue. And they'll all need extend marches as well. Here's their movement. 7. Lee and Longstreet are going to transfer to Anderson. Anderson's going to move first. Here's his extend march. And this is going to be +1. He's okay. He's going to come 1 hex to there. He's going to make a prepared assault on Williams. So he'll have a type of a +1. There's no ratio. Artillery is going to be -1. Tactical is going to be a +2. And I believe my final flank is a +2 because I have this hex covered, that hex covered, that hex covered, and that hex covered.
I concur.
So this is 5 up and 1 down for a final of a +4.
Okay.
So here's my attack. 6.
Okay, here's my defense. So +3. And on 10, that is a 1 DR for me.
And a 1 FA for me.
Okay. Move each of those up again. First retreat path has got to go there. Second one will go to there.
Pick up a fatigue. I will take the hex. And they're done. They just picked up the fatigue, so that's good. They didn't disorganize. Okay, we'll start moving these guys up here at the top. They're all activated. So Evans is going to go first. He went to fatigue 3, is exhausted, so this is going to be just +1. He's okay. The original movement was 7. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6 to there. DR Jones next. Oh man, he flips. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, and 7. Oh, Walker. He loses a manpower.
No, he's just going to 2. So he's alright.
Oh, okay, right. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, Hood. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative. Mine. Yeah, I'm going to take Jones, Hood, and Walker to fatigue 3 with Long Street. So 1 die +2. They can go 4 hexes. Lee and Long Street are going to stay where they are. So here's Jones's extended march. He is a 5 going to a 6. Which I think is just going to be 1 manpower loss. He gets to go 4 hexes. Jones is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Hood is next. He goes to disorganization. Oh, 1, 2, 3 there. 4 there. Walker was okay, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3 there. Initiative. Mine. I think I've done enough damage down in this part of the world. So we'll go to DH Hill. He'll need an extend march. 5. He's okay, but he can only go 2 hexes. And go 1, 2 to there. Knit. Mine. Stewart, take F. Lee and Hampton. T1. Here's their movement. 2 dice. +3. 10, 13. Hampton will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Stewart Lee will go 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. Yours.
I think they're going to move out of there, but the problem is I'm probably not going to get the next initiative, so this is going to be painful no matter what. But 141st New York will ease on down the line. Ooh, with a 6. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Initiative. Oh, they did make it. 109th New York also will ease. Fatigue level 1, movement 2. So 1, 2. Initiative, yours.
Well, Stewart does not have radius to Hampton. So we'll use DH Hill. Take him to fatigue 3. Here's his movement. +1. He's 3. Extend march. He's okay. So he's going to go 1 to there. He'll make a normal attack on the 109th New York. So it's +11, +14.
Poor bastards. Oh, -1 for the creek.
-1 for the creek. 5 hexes covered, but one's going to come
One
off.
will come off, yeah.
So it'll be a +1 flank. So it's
Back to +14?
+14, yeah.
Okay.
So is there a chance he's going to live through this? I don't think there is, but
No.
we'll do it anyway. 5.
So 19 and 1. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, howdy.
Yeah, that's
They dissolve away. All right, don't give you another 8
yeah.
power loss. There you go.
And
Okay.
I can advance into the hex, which I guess I might as well to get on the decent road.
By the way, for those of you paying attention at home, I just rolled another 1 in combat. So chalk it up on the big chalkboard.
Yeah.
I'm actually starting to get fan mail about that, so I appreciate. I'm getting emails from people asking strategy questions, and then they sign off with, "Hey, don't roll any more 1s this week. Thanks, man."
Okay, Annette, it's yours.
Well, sir, looks like you're on hunting grounds there. So, Sumner will activate Richardson to 2. Here's their movement. +1. 6. He will transfer to Richardson. And they will go there and make a prepared attack on Evans and McClaws. Gonna get, I think, is just +1 for prepared, +2 for final flank, because Walker does not take away from my flank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's good. There's no creek on this side, so that's handy, but there is a -1 for artillery on that rolling, because we're 3 to 4? Yeah. So I see +2 final, 3 up, 1 down. Okay, so here is my attack, +2, 4. And get a
+2.
+2, alright.
Okay, so it's a +2 on.
Gonna give you something on that, I think. 13.
9.5. So that's going to be a 1 DR for me.
Oh, okay. And 1D, so another trade.
Guess I'll just take it right off Evans. He's just going to disappear.
Okay. That could have been better, but it could have been a whole lot worse, too. So I'll take it.
So, okay, he's already disorganized. So he can go 2 hexes. He has to go there first.
Yep.
He has to go there next.
Yep.
And he could go another 2 hexes. And he'll go to there. You know what? He's just going to keep on going to there.
I can't go into my Zoc.
Oh, can't go to Zoc. Yep. Yeah, stop there. Yep.
So Sumner will take the hex. All right. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Stewart will activate Lee and Hampton. 2 dice +3. 13. Stewart will transfer to Hampton. Lee's going to move first. Here's his extend march. He's okay. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to there.
Stewart has no mercy for these little guys.
And yeah, we're going to go this way. 1, 2, 3. So he has 10 room left. So he'll have a prepared attack against the 141st New York. So the type's going to be a +1. The tactical is +3. You have no artillery, so there's no artillery. You have a creek for -1. But I have all 6 hexes covered, but the 1628 hex comes off. So the final flank's a +3.
Did you give yourself the ratio as well, 2 to 1?
Oh, and the ratio. So it's 1, 4, 7, 8 up and 1 down for a +7 final.
Okay.
Here's my attack. 5. That should do it.
Here's my defense. Yes. Goodbye, gentlemen. give you another manpower loss. For me to you.
And that's no effect on me. Stuart will take the hex. Initiative. Mine. Oh, might as well take DH Hill to fatigue 4. Here's his movement. Plenty of movement. Extend march. 4 plus 3. He disorganizes. I guess it's just he's just going to go to the Laurel. Oh, that's not where the game is going to be won or lost, I don't think. In it. Mine. I'm going to pass.
All right. And we'll have Franklin activate Couch and Slocum. Each get a fatigue. Here's their movement +1. 7. Couch will go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Slocum go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. Mine. Humphreys will march. Here's their movement. 5. Go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. Yours.
Pass again.
All right. Smith will march. Here's his movement. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Initiative. Mine. Do Whipple. Here's his movement. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. Mine. Take Whipple to 2. I'll just slide in there with Williams. Initiative. Yours.
Pass again.
I will get Mansfield out of a precarious spot here. Here's his movement. +1. 5. 1 to there. And make a prepared attack on Walker. We got 1 for prepared. I've got 3 to 1, so +2 ratio. Our tactical is the same. More cannon, so we're good by 2. And then I've got a +3 final flank. So I see +6. And nothing. Here's the attack roll +6. It's 11. Oof. Ouch.
That's brutal.
Yeah. +10.
Plus 10?
+10 on 3 is 3.
3 DR.
Yeah.
You don't even have to bother. No, you'll have 2 guys left.
Yep. Okay.
So decrease. Decrease.
3.
Decrease. Increase fatigue. Demoralize. Demoralize. Okay. He has to go
He's going to take
4
another
hexes.
one. Yeah, he's going to take another
Yeah,
retreat.
I don't see it.
Oh, he can go into, well, yeah, even if he goes into Hood, it would be the still closer, so it'll be the left side, which is another one. So he's got 1 no matter where he goes.
He's going to lose that manpower for going there. Now he can go here safely.
Yeah.
That's 2. He can go here safely for 3. And he can go here safely for 4.
Yep.
But we lost 4 manpower on that? Yeah, that was the one move I thought I should have done. I just didn't want to take him to fatigue 4. I didn't want to give up that hex for Sumner, but
yeah. And I
was hoping Mansfield wasn't going to get that big roll to just come rolling their ass.
I know. And I'm stunned by Mansfield's effectiveness, too. I mean, it's Mansfield. All right, so I will take that hex. Here's the next initiative. That's mine. Well, gosh. Yeah, I guess he needs to keep going. He's going to try an assault on Hood. Yeah, he's a 6, so let's take him to 2. Here's the assault attempt on Hood. It comes off.
It's off.
All right, so again, it's I think that's more or less well, except for the flank. So we got one for assault, one for ratio. I don't have flank this time, and you have artillery, so I'm going to get a -1 on that. So I see 3 up, 1 down for +2. Is that what you see?
Yes.
Assault and ratio minus artillery. Yep.
Yep.
All right, here's +2. It's 5. So it's just a +1. So I'm going to give something back. Yeah, I'm going to give a 1D and a D, and you're already... But you have a voluntary retreat if you wish.
1 to 4.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll take a voluntary retreat, stack everybody up there.
Okay. And then I've tied our manpower losses yet again. And that is all for that initiative. It's mine. I am going to pass.
Okay. Piling those guys up potentially now that Mansfield's not there anymore. Now moved Humphreys in there. We're going to try to move Lawton and Jones up to Jackson's Hex. Take them to Teak 4. So they'll need extend marches. Here's their movement, +2. It's a 4. Lawton's extend march. He's okay. Just going to do a min move. And Jones's extend march. He is not okay. So he's going to lose a manpower. This is going to be ugly at the end. And it, mine. I'm going to pass.
I will pass as well. We will end the turn this time. Not that anyone stayed still, but we have a regular sunshine recovery. And, oh, look, the 8th Illinois is digging in. Hooray. Okay. So we move on to final game turn. All right. Turn 3. All right. Let's see here. I've got leader transfers, but what do I wish to do with them? I think Sumner will stay where he is. I don't know who's leading the 5th Corps right now, but not doing a very good job. Franklin will stay there. So yeah, I'll bring Mansfield down around, and he'll join them. So we got some supposed leadership down here somewhere. What you got?
I'm going to leave everybody where they are.
Okay. So you're gonna take those dice and you're just gonna chuck them down the end of the table, aren't you?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. I have been kind of making mental notes of this one, so we do have a few things to talk about afterwards. But all right then, let's move on. Here's our. Let you do the first initiative for the.
Okay. First in it.
Oh,
it's yours.
Mine. Okay. I'm going to activate Sedgwick with Sumner. Here is his movement +1. 7. He's going to transfer 2. He's going to go 1, 2 to there. What would F. Lee like to do?
He'll retreat. Picks up fatigue. Flips to disorganization. And this will just be a normal.
It's a straight roll.
No mod. 3.
Okay, so I'll lose 1.
He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there.
And he will continue on and threaten Stewart. What would Stewart like to do?
Stewart will retreat as well. Same scenario.
You get a creek bonus now.
Oh, yep, creek bonus. Oh.
So I think that's going to take the rest of them.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll go all the way there. 5.
Okay. All right. So for the moment, I don't think we have to worry about you damaging anything with them. So initiative, yours.
Longstreet will activate that big old stack of his there.
The big honkin' stack, I think, is
supposed to be Hood. The extended die roll. McClaws extended die roll. D.R. Jones will not. And Anderson will need extended die roll. Roll for movement. Let's see what I get. It's a 7.
Always roll for the movement. Yes.
Does that change what I want to do? It's not going to change what I'm going to do. Lee and Longstreet are going to stay with Anderson. He's going to go first. Or he's going to move with Anderson. So here's Anderson's extended die roll. He's okay. Well, they're always going to do a min move. So Jones doesn't need extended die roll. I'm just going to move these guys off to the side for now so they're not in the way here. Claus's extended die roll. He's okay. Hood's extended die roll. He's okay. Initiative. It's mine. Okay, what we're going to try. Longstreet's going to attempt an assault on Humphreys fort there. So we're going to bring in Anderson, Hood, and D.R. Jones. Here's the attempt. It's a 2. So that does come off with all 3 of those units. So what I see at the moment is you have 23 manpower in your hex. Humphreys 14 divided by 1.5 goes to 21, plus the 2 is 23.
Correct.
And I have 23 going in, so the ratio is covered.
Good.
I have 9 artillery pieces to your 8.5?
8.5, yeah.
8.5. So that's a -1 for artillery. There is no tactical, but I do get the Lee bonus for a +1.
Yes.
So after all of that, it would be a even up attack.
Okay.
Because I don't see any reason I'm bringing in any more manpower because it's just not going to help.
Right.
So here we go. Could be very important to win this. So here's my attack roll. 4. It's possible.
Here's my defense roll.
Ooh!
-2. Those forts are stout, man.
That's gonna hurt. -2 on 23 is a 3D for me. I'll take all my manpower losses off a Hood.
I get a small fatigue.
Anderson, he's going to pick up his fatigues. And he's going to go to disorganized. So that was my big shot at winning the game, I think. Initiative. Mine again. Okay. Take another try here. Let's see. Jackson will take J.R. Jones to fatigue 2. He will make an attempted assault on Fort Lincoln.
Not the namesake.
It does come off by the skin of my chin. So this is going to be 4-2, so it's a +1 ratio. I have 4 guns to your 1, so artillery is covered. I get the Jackson bonus for +2. So I see this as a +2 attack.
Okay.
Here we go. +2. 2.
Here's defense.
Wow. Wow.
Man, I'm going to go buy a scratch-off ticket today.
Okay, so he's 4, so that doesn't...
Yeah, 1 manpower. Yep.
I thought I was wrong. Increase, and he loses manpower. As you like to say, dig the hole even deeper.
Well, in response to Holger, who always chides us for giving up too early, I think this is good that we're playing this all the way out. Just keep going, man. Do what you got to do.
Well, as Dumb and Dumber says, you're telling me there's a chance.
You're telling me there's a chance. That's right. Well, if you take Fort Lincoln, I mean, you've got a pathway, but it's a Zoc-filled pathway, of course. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why I can't just attack with everybody.
Right.
Enid. Yours.
Okay. I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Slide somebody over there.
Well, let's see. The roads are The roads are just terrible, you would think, on this side, but I need to get somebody just to prevent a breakthrough, so I'm going to activate Slocum with Franklin. Yeah, here's his movement. +1. That's 4. Yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah, he'll go any. Yep. So I think his best bet is to go 3 and 4.
Hmm.
Initiative. It's mine again.
Yeah.
So there we go. Slocum again with Franklin. Movement 4 and 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Okay. Initiative. It's yours.
I think I try this with Lawton. Take him fatigue 3. Here's the attempt for Jackson attacking Fort Lincoln. Comes off. This time now, ratio's even. I do have artillery covered. I just have a Jackson bonus for a +1.
Plus the assault. So +2.
Oh, +2. 5. This is possibilities.
Oh no! Here's a roll. Oh man! Roger, I apologize on behalf of the Vassal die roller today. I can't believe I've rolled 3 6s in combat. That is a final +1.
Oh, well. So that was Lawton's a 3. At
Lots
least
of
it's only a D.
Okay, yeah, that is good.
Nothing really matters at this point because he's done for the day. Which leaves me with really what I have left for options here. Knit. Mine. Okay. Lee Longstreet's going to activate McClaws for movement. Here's his movement. He can go 4 hexes. Here's his extend march. It's a 3. He's okay. He can go 4. Nope, it's going to cost everything he's got to get into that hex. He's going to go over here. Longstreet and Lee are going to go with him. Initiative. Yours.
We'll activate Slocum to 3 with Franklin. Here's the movement. 4. Here's the extend march. Oh, he flips. And they'll go into Fort Lincoln, where their orders told them to go in the first place. All right. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Well, sir. Longstreet will take McClaws, take 4 to make an assault on Slocum and Fort Lincoln. And it does not come off. Initiative. Mine. And we might as well, as you say, take it all the way to the end.
Blaze of Glory!
AP Hill. T4, 3 by Jackson. This is attempt. It does not come.
Wow! Holy moly!
Knit. Yours.
I will pass.
Sure. And we will take AP Hill. T3. He's obviously now not going to make it to Washington. We will attempt the assault. It comes off. So he's a 5, and we said you are now at
12.5 and 7.
So it's -3, and so this will be a -1 final because I'll get the Jackson and the tactical or the type.
Right.
So it's a -1 attack.
Okay.
And it's a 1 result.
And here's the defense. Oh, look at that. It's
-1.
-1, yep.
So I lose another manpower.
Yep.
And I would think the internet people will be happy. Well, I'll roll for a knit just so I can pass.
Sure.
I will pass.
And I will
There's no point in me damaging railroad stations or destroying them.
That's right. Yeah, I will pass as well. And we will end the game here. And final score. Let's let's look at the final situation here. I am going to give you the 3 points for controlling Bladensburg, so I'm going to bump you up by 3. 1, 2, 3 at the
Ooh,
end.
yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, ooh, hey, that's money on the table. So your final score then is you've got 6 positive, and then I've got 8 losses to your 14. So you're 0. 6 and minus 6.
Okay, give me the destroyed railroad station at Laurel, because
Oh,
DHL will
yeah, of
destroy that
course you would
railroad
do that.
station.
Yes. So you got 2 more points. Yeah,
We're gonna
absolutely.
rub it in. We're
No, I'm
gonna
not.
rub it in.
You know, I'm never rubbing it in. Yes, you would absolutely get the destroy on that one because he's just sitting there. Yeah. Okay. So that is I'm guessing probably a Union. What is that?
Decisive.
Union decisive. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
easily.
we have plenty to talk about this one. Would you like me to go first, or would you like to go first?
I think you can go first on this one because
Okay.
not complain about
Oh
something I
no,
have no
yeah.
control
Well,
over.
first of all, let's do our usual caveat, and we'll set aside the. We both got an incredible amount of sixes today, so today was 6 day. So yeah, between your failed assaults and my sixes on defense, that's a significant portion of this. So we'll just put that aside for the moment. But having played this at least 1 or 2 times before, and then today, here are my thoughts on it. There's a reason they start you here. You know, they it's kind of scripted, and I really I enjoyed watching yours because I enjoyed watching the attempt maneuver around here. I think that's a good possibility. The problem with that is I think this one is set up that you got to have gas in the tank once you get through the ring of forts. And you expended an incredible amount of effort doing the big flank amount around the northeast
Yep.
here. I think they kind of everything that I've ever done myself and I've seen done is you kind of make a stand down here against the northwestern forts, right? That way you can try to punch through at early on 2 or late on 1. That way you've got some threats into this ring area down here and crossing the river. And now the Union is reacting and bringing everybody back down here because that's what I anticipated. It's like these are the sacrificial lambs. I mean, I figured you're going to go for those, but I will defend them to my best capability. And then the whole point of this was to fall back to the protection of the forts. So that's what I anticipated. When you went all the way around to the northeast, that's when I said, oh, I now have flexibility with Franklin, so I can bring him in as a second line of support, and I can get, as I like to say, frisky with Sumner by getting right up in your face,
Yeah.
right outside of Colesville here, and we had our first real battle line. So I was curious if that's where it was going to come to loggerheads, but you actually used Jackson to go around, and I thought that was good too. When he started coming around here, that's when I made my big decision. I said, if you move Jackson away, that's when I'm going to go after the Evans stack that was here because I thought you might come down here and just support them. But when you took them out of the way, that's when I said, oh, I can go for a big flank. It didn't amount to much, but it tired you out. It gave you something to think about, and at worst, it kept you in the box. So you can come around this way. I just think you got to have some incredible movement rolls and do exactly what you did. Don't let them get disorganized, but that's the challenge in every single game. But as we saw, you didn't get there until late 2, and then you're scrambling to try to make a fight on these forts, and that gives me plenty of time to get in there. So does that kind of jive with what you're thinking?
Yeah. Yeah. When I was looking at this, I just uh, my I kept thinking, like I said, if I had 4 days, but I didn't. I had 3,
Right.
and I got that terrible. I thought I'm going to go come around the flank, like you said, through here, but I got that one,
Yep.
one
Yep.
for movement. It was like, ah.
Right.
Then I thought, well, should I just do what you said? Is come down here, but I couldn't see fighting my way through your defenses here. I felt like I'd end up pretty much where I ended up anyway, which is guys piling up trying to fight through these forts. But yeah, I think the right play is you gotta, as the Confederate player, get these 3 Stone, Grace Church, and Burt Mills post office and hopefully pick up Bladensburg, given the balance of force here, and that probably you'd be in good terrain, and it'd be hard to get flanks, and I didn't want to get caught in this triangle down here.
Yeah.
Because there's, you can fall back behind the rivers. So I just really did not have a good idea how to play this out as a Confederate player at all. And obviously I didn't. And I completely screwed up DHL initially.
Well, I saw what you were doing with it. I thought that was a pretty good idea. Of like, oh, his job is to go formally destroy and set torches to the railroads and everything, and that gets you 2 points per. Then it seemed like you decided, well, I'm gonna, because you got that fantastic opening roll with Jeb, 14 miles on the first roll, and he went all the way up to Annapolis Junction. That's when it seemed like you changed to, oh, I want the immediate gratification of damaging, right?
Because I figured I'd have to bring DHL down, and then he got a couple ones.
Yeah, exactly. You did make me sweat when I had Mansfield here by himself, and you had him quasi surrounded, but all it would have taken was for you to decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to go get Mansfield, because he was completely cut off from everybody, and then I turned that liability, I think, into a credit by going after the stack and getting that full flank.
Yeah.
So that was...
Yeah, I was looking at that, kept looking at it and going, but I knew I needed, as you said, you had to have gas in the tank to get into Washington, D.C. once you get past the forts to try to get the big prize. And I was running out of fatigues. I just saw I was running out of fatigues. It's like, do I spend the fatigues to go after Mansfield? Well, that doesn't... It was just hard.
Now, for those of you who are thinking, oh, this is impossible, it's insurmountable for the Confederate, look at it this way. Let's say on the first attempt when Slocum was not here in Fort Lincoln, Jackson, on that one little one-off, destroys the fort, right? He's now got an open pathway, so yes, it is a Zocta there and a Zocta there. All it would take is one unit with enough gas in the tank to get the breakout from here, and then they're just... I had moved everybody out, Whipple and everything, and I was starting to sweat a little bit. I was like, oh, he's going for Fort Lincoln. But, yeah.
Well, I was hoping, with my even attack on Humphreys is get him out of there, so I would not have to do the Zocta thing.
Right.
But that... I just, boy,
those
you were on a roll.
Well, yeah. Oh, I mean, I will never see the light again. But this one, I think, really proves those Union forts are more impregnable, especially with just a little extra manpower in there, because you're getting the readout bonus plus the intrinsic value of that.
And I just finished a line of battle to take Washington, where we. This is all you're playing for right here. And same thing, man. Those forts are just brutal. I just,
and it's funny that we think, 19th century forts, they're coming from, they're trying to cover an area of, several miles. It's like, yeah, but at some point somebody's going to be within zone and range of those cannon, and they're going to rake. And as we saw with good old Mr. Stonewall here trying to take on Fort Saratoga, just as an afterthought, he didn't do so well. So that's yeah.
And if he could have won that one, then
that would have opened the pathway. Yep.
And even I could have gotten then it would have been anyway. I had my chance. I think though the right play is to play for Stone's Tavern, Grace Church, and Burnt Mills Post Office.
Well, yeah, I mean that gets you 20 points, but you're still going to have to work for the other 8 somehow. Yeah,
you've got to work for the other 8, which is they dangle that bonus for Bladensburg.
Right. I do like that this one has the auto victory here, and then even just getting to this line right here, that's 50 points. So if Jackson could have gotten to here or here.
Yep.
I mean, now I'm really scrambling. I'm trying to mount a counteroffensive to get him out.
Good. I mean, it was challenging. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with the challenge, and I'm looking forward to see how you play it next week for sure. Because just because it's hard doesn't mean it's bad.
Right. It gives you the opportunity to pull those levers and see, hey, what does this do? What's going to happen if I do this? So I tried to make the most of some opportunities that were given, and I think that makes it a very rich ahistorical scenario. So yes, I look forward to seeing if I can overcome those quasi insurmountable obstacles next week. But thank you for a great game today. And for those of you watching, we are so happy that you're here and enjoying the channel. Take a moment to look at some of the other procured playlists. I've got all these things organized by our titles, and we're nearing the end of, well, we are. This is the second to last playthrough of the regular scenarios, and then we're going to go right into the Maryland campaign for this title. But take a moment and click that like and subscribe button if you are of a mind to. That tells us that you're enjoying the content. And I'm showing you our current supporters right now. Thank you so much to everybody who's kicked in some dollars for that. I really appreciate it. That does go for subscriptions and equipment, because this computer is getting a little long in the tooth. So one day I'm going to have to upgrade it and see if we can add some bells and whistles to it. But Roger, as always, a pleasure, sir, and I look forward to next week.
Yep, I look forward to next week too. And you have a good rest of your week.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.